Hi guys, this is just an update on ULTY, which is the YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF, which has, according to them, pays a whopping 91.45% distribution year on year, and mainly deals in collars, covered calls, and protected puts, which have a stock with high implied volatility. What does this all mean? Well, it means that every week, because this pays out weekly, of course, the fund buys and sells calls, collars, and protected puts, and then tries to return you back some portion of profit to your initial purchase, which you can then buy more shares or keep the cash and do with it what you like. Now, the distributions are not solely only income, they are also distributions from your return of capital. What this means is they're giving you a portion of your own money back to you. And this week was 100% that. They returned all of your own capital back to you, and that has been pretty much the case for the last 2 weeks. I think the previous week was 6 to 4, or 60% to 40% that they returned back to you instead of having actual income. Now, what exactly are they selling on this fund? Well, they're selling Affirm Holdings. Applied Materials actually went bye-bye, so they are no longer selling that. AppLovin, ASTS Space Mobile, BMNR, Bullcoin, CRDO, which is Credo Technologies, CRWV, CoreWeave, Galaxy, Robinhood, let's see, IONQ, which is what's its name? One of these quantum plays, Mara, Nimbus, Oclo, PLTR, of course, you know that symbol. Reddit, RGTI, which is another one of these quantum plays. Rocket Lab, which is the new one that has been added this week. SMCI, SMR, Target, which is not looking good right now. Tesla, oh, Uni Software, Upstart, and Workaday. Now, the market has been down the last week, so this thing has, of course, suffered. Just move out of this 15-minute and move into more of a 30-minute. So last week it was at a high of 615. It is now sitting at 559. And what is that? That is a 20% drop. Am I doing that math right? No, it's a 10% drop. My apologies. But I've been in this thing now for, oof, this is my sixth week, and I will have gotten 60 cents of distribution from this thing. And my purchase price before any dividends or distributions or whatever you want to call it was 623. So if I do the math right, I am actually down about, what is it, 4 cents on my original 58 shares. So just, yeah, about $2 in total. So no big whoop or anything like that. But yeah, it has been crashing. If you watched my last video, I discussed this. It went from 6 all the way down to 459 earlier this week. What is this? Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So it was Tuesday or Wednesday night. It just went into the floor. and lost some what? Wow. It went from 593 all the way down to 459 at one point. So this thing is not looking pretty. The reason for that was that all the underlyings, which they hold, were down except for Target specifically. So it was not a pretty week. Uh, yeah, not looking good. Today also, I can see that PLTR is down in the early morning. Red is down in the early morning. Rocket Lab is going to be down. Target's going to be flat. Yeah, it's turning into a uh, bit of an S tornado, let's call it. Not good. Now, I did come up with a strategy that you guys could use, but I haven't implemented this yet because I don't have 100 shares. But what you could do is you could go into calls and sell a covered call against this thing. Oh, they added weeklies. This is new, actually. Uh, Up until a couple of days ago, they only had monthlies specifically. So now you can sell a weekly covered call against against your shares, against your own underlying. What I had recommended is that you sell a month out, but now it looks like it's not going to work out too much, is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty good. So yeah, I said that if you had 100 shares already of this and you knew it was dropping, then you could sell a call, let's say at 5 to cover your distribution to make yourself safe. Receive that, what is it? Be about 55, 60 cents worth of premium back immediately from the underlying, and then, if your shares get taken away, they get taken away, but they would definitely get taken away if, you were to leave it, less than 7 days. Say, if you were to have a 1 day or something like that within this week. That's why I was recommending you do it, whatever it was, 20 well, right now it's 28 days out, but, yeah, I think somebody else has caught on to this trick, actually, and they're pushing this a bit. Very interesting. Um, if you guys want to know more about what exactly every single trade that they're doing with the underlying, I recommend that you, well, not only go to their actual website, which will give you all the way down here in a handy dandy, what's its name? CSV file, which is a kind of Excel file, which shows up really screwed up on my screen. So I'm not even going to actually click this right now. But if you want to know what is going on every single day and really want to nerd out, I would go and drop by the ETF inspector. He's putting out videos almost every day, every other day. And his Sunday videos try to predict exactly what the distribution is going to be that week. And he's a quite good guy to know if you really want to nerd out on what's going on with this thing. He also covers other what's his name, other YieldMax products as well. For example, SLTY, LFGY. Yeah, so sign up, go check them out. Pretty good stuff. But yeah, so Alti's going into the toilet a little bit. Let's hope it recovers. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm not down too much. doesn't really matter to me because I don't have like some huge position. Like I've seen some guys have taken out like a $250,000 position on this thing and are getting massive distributions and deciding to retire on Ulti. And, you know, it's not, uh, it's not something I want to get involved in necessarily. It's not looking good right now. My position of, let's say, round about 60 shares, I can deal with that, losing $2, $3, and just sitting around and watching this thing and maybe selling a covered call against it and watching it go bye-bye at some point. Or maybe it goes down to $5 and I still receive the premium and still receive the distributions from them. That would be really sweet, actually, if I could pull that off. But I decided to wait until I actually have 100 shares that they have paid out through my distributions. So I'm not in any rush here. Anyway, thanks for sticking around to the end. Like, subscribe, and yeah, drop a comment or yeah, send me some love. Thanks a lot, guys. See you later. Bye bye.